and sex. And where I come from, cash spend the best. So I let you other boys live with the check. Stop sleeping on the floor when you leave with the rest. Somebody tell the waitress bring more bottles, cause I'm feeling as good as I look up in these pro models. And you see how I'm matching with the jacket. Thought I won the March bracket. How the girls start that?
Okay. Let me think how I want to start this. Because this a new show. I can't start it with the same energy that I started my old show with. This is a new show. So listen, welcome everybody to Unlabeled Sports. That's going to be our working title for right now, Unlabeled Sports. This is the very first inaugural episode of Unlabeled Sports. I got my good friend. Well, let me introduce myself first. Y'all know me. I'm Jerome Williams from Unlabeled, the podcast. But I also have a illustrious co-host here with me, my good brother Lamar Wilburn. How are you doing this evening, brother?
Doing well, my brother. Thank you you didn't give me too much of an introduction, which I like.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna let you get your shit off, but hold on a second. Let me play a round of applause. I forgot to do that.
Come on, give me. There we go.
Got to give him some round of applause, y'all.
There we go.
Yeah. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, brother.
I'm Lamar, man. I'm an ex-athlete. I am a expertise of none, but I'm an opinion of everything. So I'm just here to show love, give flowers, and then represent for the culture.
Hey, look, he was real light on himself, y'all. He an ex-collegiate athlete, played D1 basketball. So he has a wealth of knowledge that he gonna apply to this show. And this is gonna be a little bit different than your typical sports show. We not going over stats. We not talking about who our favorite player is and all that. This is all interview based with real life athletes with real life experiences to kind of give us some insight into that world of sports at a higher level. And hopefully y'all can find some benefit in this if y'all have children that play sports, family members that play sports, and y'all want to get them to that next level. So today we have a very special guest. I got to pull up my footnotes for you. You
got to play the dog. You got to play the barking sounds.
Play the dog sound. I can't get my gunshots off on here. Right? This ain't a hip hop podcast. I was about to get my gunshots off up in here, man. But listen, we got Milwaukee's own Christopher Howell. He's joining us here today. Christopher Howell is currently the assistant coach at Marquette Golden Eagles. He's former assistant coach at Hills College down here in Texas, Hillsboro, Texas. Christopher Howell, he spent one season at Jackson State, right? You averaged 12 points.
Yeah, my grad. Yeah,
12.7, 7 rebounds and 2 assists. You also attended the Final Four. Am I correct?
The March Madness twice with South Dakota State.
Twice with South Dakota.
Won 2 championships. Yeah, won 2 conference championships at South Dakota State. Yeah.
Okay. See, look, I gotta do better research. I should have let Lamar do this part.
I had it, but
well, listen, we'll run it down then, brother. Take the reins. You can run it down.
Well, put it like this: he just mentioned the most important of ships. So give him some applause for the ships.
Some ships, yeah. Let me go.
Give him some applause for the ships.
Let me go ahead. There we go. For the most important ships.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He got a very unique story too, which I'm gonna be really intrigued by breaking it down because it's similar to mine, and I think to a lot of athletes coming out of Milwaukee where. Most of us are dogs. You may not get the opportunity or may not get that right fit right away. And what his story says to me is that he dealt with some adversity. It's super impressive. So where do we start? We got some JUCO ball, Rufus King. You tell us about King, and you play for Gauze, right? Was he still there?
Yeah, Coach Gauze. Yeah.
It's
funny. It's funny because I didn't want to go to King. I was trying to go to Hamilton.
Really?
At that time they had Kevon Looney. He was freshman at the same we same year. Then they had I think it was Elgin Cook and then Haki. So they had like some really good players over there. So I'm thinking like, man, I'm trying to go over there. Go play with them guys. Hopefully win. Whole time I didn't know nothing about King basketball. Like I just knew who Hamilton had. But my mom was like, "No, man, you going to King? You going for academics? You know what I mean? Like I ain't really trying to hear all that. I'm trying to go hoop." But once I went to King, it was like I was amazed. Like everything that his King stands for, like even guys, like the team. Once I seen like the culture and everything, like it was just like, wow, I feel like I made the right decision. Like, thank you, Mama, for telling me I'm going here instead of going to Hamilton. Because if I went to Hamilton, I probably wouldn't have did much better than what I did at King. It probably would have been. I probably had a lesser role, and I wouldn't have flourished like I did. But playing for guys, it was really amazing. Like he really pushed you. He was one of those guys that like wasn't gonna show that you was the dog, like you was the man. Like you had to go and prove it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was more based on like a team effort, and then like his assistant, Jackson, yeah, he that old school coach. He he don't care who you is. he gonna let you know how it is. Tell it how it is.
Yeah, that's always needed, especially the NPS.
Yeah.
So you got Rufus King, right? And the part of the story that's really, I think, is going to benefit athletes, and I can imagine you want to help the ones after you. That's why you're in the role you in now. But typically, you know, Rufus King is high academia, but I see from King you go JUCO. What's kind of the story behind that? How you end up, you know, leaving from a pretty really top academic public school and then going to the D1 JUCO? Was that by design or?
It was. So what it was, I got big headed, and I was excited with the shine that I was getting.
Mm-hmm.
So my freshman year, I did, you know, I was decent, you know, grade wise. Like I'm the type of person like I don't really like school. Like I did the bare minimum basically, and like so freshman year I was pretty good. Freshman year I was solid, but sophomore year once I got to varsity, and Arroyo he got ineligible. It was like that's when I started. Like I ended up starting as a sophomore on like an older team for the second half of the season, and that's when I slipped. I would get a lot of attention. you young, you getting the honeys, you know, you getting so it was a little different for me. I'm getting a lot of shine. I'm like, oh man, forget this, I don't work. So I slipped a little bit, and then you know, once you're young, you slip. It's kind of hard to catch back up if you know, once you got a lot on your plate anyway. But that's really what it was. I slipped up my sophomore year of high school, and then if I had the right grades, I would have went to Green Bay University out of high school.
Okay.
But instead, yeah, I took the JUCO route, and I feel like the JUCO route really like just helped me overall anyway. So a lot of kids nowadays don't even want to go JUCO.
Right.
They just want to go straight to the big dogs. But really, JUCO gonna prepare you for where you gonna go.
Right. And I was going to say that too, looking at your story. I'm glad you kind of segued me into that, because so what I'm seeing is, and shout out Butler Community College and shout out Go Jacks, because they archive your story pretty nice. So it's kind of cool to follow when I was trying to do the research, but it looked like you was hooping, you had to wait your turn, you were balling, you got hurt.
You
got hurt. But the remarkable thing that I hope that athletes who catch a view of this, looking at the stats, looking at the game played, the starts, it goes back to your story at King, right? You weren't starting, you were playing. Then when you started playing, they like, no, he a dog. So now he playing, now he starting. And I think that's important with the youth, because everybody want to go D1, but it's not many Kevin Durant's, right? But I think with a story like yours and like many of us have is that it's for the long haul. So now, you know, you're used to putting in the work and putting on the work boots every day, and then now it's full circle, and you land at, you know, you couldn't pick a better school from your hometown. We talking about the biggest in Milwaukee.
The biggest.
The biggest.
Now, I know y'all in the realm of JUCO, y'all kind of fast forward a little bit. Y'all want to y'all in the college area, but I know we have a lot of younger players who listen to this as well. Chris, you didn't start playing basketball. You were originally running track as an athlete, correct?
Yeah.
So how who got you into basketball?
Honestly, it was Dravion. Just seeing him with all of, him playing football, him playing basketball, it was like he had a lot of shine when we was coming up because he was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I could do this. I would always play like in
for the listeners who are not familiar, expound on who Dravion is.
Dravion is my big cousin. So he's my mom's brother son. Okay. So yeah, my big cousin.
Yeah. I just want y'all, because I know it's a lot of listeners that don't know this is actually my little cousin. I couldn't be more proud of this young man. So I just want to just throw that in there. But with Dravion getting you started in the basketball, what age did you start picking up basketball?
Man, probably like just playing for fun was probably like third grade. Like just like in recess, stuff like that. Like I didn't play on no team until 5th grade. But like just like playing like recess, like outside, still playing, having a little fun with it. That was around that time, like yeah.
And you say you didn't start playing until about 5th grade. We got on the team. When did you start?
Yeah.
When did you start taking this like serious, or when did somebody push you to start taking it serious?
And it's crazy because I never really had that. I never really had like to take it serious. Like it was just like in the summer, it was always track. Like me and my big sister, it was always just running track with the Mustangs. And eventually, like I felt like I was kind of like good at basketball. Like fifth grade, I went to Grand Tulsa. I played. Okay, that was cool. Then like middle school, but once I got like to 8th grade, and I used to play in Baylou leagues. And I used to just like have my own little show. Like Baylou used to tell me all the time, like you used to have your own show. Mm-hmm. Your mama always in there, going crazy. Like yeah, like that probably like 8th grade, like when I really was like, oh, it's popping.
Baylou passed away, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, this past year. Yeah.
Okay, can y'all kind of give a little history of Baylou for the listeners outside of Milwaukee? Just kind of like his league, what he meant to the community and stuff like that.
Man, he was huge. He's like he was one of those guys that brung the community together, the basketball community in Milwaukee together. The Powell Center. I know he started out to believe like the Powell Center, and just like Warning Basketball League, just bringing everybody together. Like if you want your kids to play basketball, or you want to get out of the streets or something like that, like. This is where you need to be, just playing basketball. And he gave back to a lot of people. He gave a lot of people jobs. Just a well-known, respected guy around Milwaukee for sure.
Yeah, a pillar in the community. So rest in peace, Baylou. I didn't want that to get lost on us. But yeah, continue on about your story. You coming up playing basketball. Once you started getting good and getting some burn.
Yeah, it was about 8th grade. I ended up at Grand Tulsa. I was just killing everybody, like just one man show, fast break, anything, like getting off the glass, coast to coast. Yeah, man, it was at that point I knew like, oh, basketball, I can do this. This is a little easy. Mm-hmm. This is fun. Yeah, this is fun. I got the support with my mom. Everybody support me and stuff like that. Like come to the games. Yeah, I knew that was it. That was it. About 8th grade, that was it.
Growing up, since you keep bringing up your mom, did she ever mention to you how she used to burn everybody on the block barefoot? She was a hell of a track star herself. Did she ever mention that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a hell of a track star herself, man. The only thing that held your mom back was asthma. That was it.
Yeah.
But she used to cook everybody. She was that sister on the block that would kick them sneakers off, run barefoot, and just torch everybody. So shout out to moms, fam.
Shout out to moms. That's crazy.
She used to tell me and Alicia that all the time, man. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, me and Carrie. Yeah, we was running.
Yeah. Listen, man, it was something to witness because she was the smallest thing out there, but she was cooking everybody. So she ain't lying about that at all. So I'm here to confirm. All right, but now, like I said, we got the Rufus King background and the JUCO. Lamar, I don't know if you was finishing off where you were at. My bad to interrupt.
Oh no, you good. So SDSU, take us there.
So how I even got there was my sophomore year at Butler. I had got hurt. Obviously, when you said I got hurt, it was the first game I was cooking. Well, I think it was 19-10, 17-10. I got hurt early second half. I was thinking, I'm about to come. Yeah, okay, 19 it was crazy. Yeah. Like if you even watch the game, it's like I still got like 10 minutes left. Like this was the year. Like I'm coming. Like I'm coming for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to make it big.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to go to that next level for sure. But I ended up finishing out that year. I redshirted, and then I was telling every school that I was coming back. Like I'm coming back. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't get nothing that I wanted. Like I was trying to kind of go like that Power 5, which like I'm trying to come back. But my assistant coach that was there at Butler, Ben Walker, which he's actually at UWM right now. He went to South Dakota State to coach, and then the head coach that was there, named TJ. He was at South Dakota State, and then they talked or whatever, and they wanted me to be the last scholarship guy. So that's how I ended up being at South Dakota State instead of going back JUCO, which gave me like another year to after I redshirted, it gave me another year to do my grad year. So South Dakota State, man, it was a culture shock. It was a culture shock for sure. Just being one of the few, African American guys on around campus and stuff like that. But when you go to that place, man, they love South Dakota State Jackrabbits. Mm-hmm. It's a college town. Like the game sold out. It is sold out in that arena, Frost Arena, one of the best places to play, for real.
So I'm sure you use some of that expertise to guide current players. What's some of the advice or tips you give them to, especially with social media now? I mean, you one photo or video away from getting in trouble. How do you advise them, or what do you tell them to keep their nose clean, so to speak?
Man, it's really like, your mom got to eat.
Yeah.
If you wanna go left, then she gonna starve, or your sister gonna starve, or So it's really like you just gotta keep a straight and narrow. Like you just gotta lock in. Like this is fun. You don't want to be like some of those guys back in your hometown that ain't doing nothing with themselves. You know what I'm saying? That they really looking up to you now. They seeing you on TV. So really, like, just stay focused. Like this is fun. Like you got people here to support you. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it's about.
Yeah, and you mentioning that they family got to eat. Like when you came up, there wasn't a such thing as NIL. How does that change the mindset or your approach to mentoring these younger athletes?
One thing we do here at Marquette, we don't even recruit kids for NIL. A lot of places they recruit them like, this is what you're gonna get, this here and that. I mean, obviously you're gonna get some NIL. This is the Power 5 school. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not about to tell you, oh, we can offer you this, we can offer you that. Nah, like you gonna earn it. You know what I'm saying? You got to work for it. But really, like, it's hard because like some of these kids really making more than coaches. Like these kids are making a lot of money. Mm-hmm. But if you really love and enjoy this game, that money is a plus. You want to learn. You know what I'm saying? You want to get that advice and that leadership from a coach like Shaka. You know what I'm saying? So and what us as his internal staff, like we just a reflection of him. You know what I'm saying? So we just trying to continue to help them grow and uplift them as much as we can every day.
That's what's up.
Absolutely. So the levels, right? So Milwaukee is like a whole D1 in itself. You go to D1 JUCO, only need to do 1 year. Now you D1 there. You got a little stint at Jackson State. Talk about the levels, because for me personally, JUCO was probably the best ball I ever been a part of. But then when I went to that 4 year, the IQ was a lot higher, right? The talent wasn't as high, but the IQ, the buy-in was a lot different. What was your experience with that?
So at Butler, that's that Kansas, that Jayhawk conference. It's a lot of talent out there. It's one of the best leagues, and it like you said, like that's some of the best basketball that you can. JUCO is the best basketball that you can be a part of for sure. And I had some really good battles in JUCO, but once I got to South Dakota State, it was like an even playing field. Like you're not the best one out here. You know what I'm saying? Like you going up against men. Like they eating in this weight room. So that was like the biggest thing. Like getting in that weight room. The weight room was a key point to my success, just being a strong big guard. But yeah, that was a learning experience for me, leaving JUCO to go to a 4-year school.
Yeah, speaking of the weight room, when y'all went up against Gonzaga, I remember one of the coaches said something about your size, how you was bullying this guard out there. What was the coach name? What did he tell you?
He's still there at Gonzaga. Yeah, he was just saying that like I was just bullying him. Like that's me though. I want to get that ball on that post, little mid post, and I'm gonna give you a couple shoulders, and then I'm gonna just go right on top of you. Like that's what a lot of teams are kind of like missing now. Just like a strong physical type of player who don't mind getting his nose dirty. Like those guys that don't mind doing anything. But you got guys that want to score. You got guys that want to rebound, or you got guys that want to play defense. But you ain't got guys that want to do everything. Like you ain't got guys that gonna do something that he don't really want to die one for. He too pretty. Well, right. He don't want to do that. Like he ain't trying to get his nose dirty, So I was one of those guys. I'm gonna do everything that ain't nobody else doing.
Yeah, it definitely showed, especially in that Gonzaga series too. It definitely showed up.
In respect to that, right? So Milwaukee, I always tell people we got some of the best players in the nation. So Marquette, I would assume, what's the plans for the future? Are we trying to keep the hometown talent, or how you guys go about that?
Man, one thing that Shaka does well. We preach growth, relationships, and victory. Man, listen. We believe in the young guys. Like we believe in taking high school kids and showing and them growing, then trying to take a transfer that's trying to come in and probably get a big NIL deal, or trying to score more points. You know what I'm saying? Like take shine away from other guys. Like he really like love to build the guys up, keep giving them confidence. Like just staying in the gym. Like that's what I do all the time. Like I'm in the gym every day with the guys. Like just making sure that they prepare. Like these 4 freshmen we have, it's time for them to grow up. They ain't freshmen no more. They sophomores. They gonna be expected to play. So they gotta show up every day.
Oh, that's what's up. That's that Jordan brand.
For real.
Yeah.
The GOAT. I say that because Roma, LeBron, just to throw that out there.
Me too.
And I'll say this. I'm not gonna digress too bad, but at this point, I'm gonna give it to LeBron. Kobe, my all-time favorite player, though. You know what I'm saying? But what LeBron is doing, I'm 38, gonna be 38. Him 38 or whatever, 39, however old he is, doing that's just crazy. It's crazy. It's insane.
I need to get on the podcast when y'all talking about the NBA. That'll be good.
Bet.
We're gonna have to have back on here. But look who behind me right there though. Right over this shoulder right here. Look who on the screen right there. That's Jordan. Look who behind him. Jordan there. So we respect the game. Like don't get it twisted. But I'm definitely a LeBron guy. Like at this point. This point. It's hard to argue. It's just he's just sustained too long a period of greatness. That's all. So back to what we're saying now. So I know you guys like that traveling is just ridiculous because I mean y'all were all over the place. You hit me. Y'all were in New York. Then you come down here to Dallas. Like What was that experience like? Just being in the tournament. I know you've been there twice, but doing all that traveling, trying to keep these kids. Were these kids keeping their head on straight?
Man, 100%. Coach, challenged some of the guys to like get off social media, like because it's a lot of distractions. This summer in Italy, just a quick story. This summer in Italy, we went to the Dome, the Gladiator. I forgot what it's called. I hope I'm saying it right, but it's like the man in the arena. So it's us in the arena, and then it's the crowd. So like he just expressed a lot of like us being together and clearing out all that noise, because all that noise is just the inhibitors. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we trying to lock in, we trying to focus on, our one goal and one thing. So really just trying to, he just preached to the guys of trying to stay off social media as much as possible, because obviously that phone is a lot. Mm-hmm. People hitting you up about different things,
mm-hmm.
things you don't even need to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
But family issues, all type of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, family, friends, social media, people telling me, "Oh, they're not gonna do this," or "I got them losing first round."
Mm-hmm.
Anything like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that trip to Rome was just to kind of instill these guys just how important that moment is. Correct, like without the crowd and everything.
Yeah, that was part of it. We went on a foreign tour, so we visited about, I think, want to say like 5 cities in Italy, and we played like 3 games as well. So it was just like every 4 years schools gets like a foreign trip, and we went to Italy.
Okay, what was it like being because if I'm not mistaken, it's been like how many years? Like about 26 years since Marquette's been to the tournament. It's been a while.
No, the past. Well, Shaka's been there every 3 years. All 3 years he's been there.
Okay. So Shaka had okay, but it's okay. So never mind. I was wrong on that point. But I was just gonna ask, what was that experience like getting there? Because it seemed like it was a lot of attention on Marquette this year. I mean, you guys were really good. Don't get me wrong. I believe it was second seed, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was it? What was it like just in those moments with the amount of attention that y'all guys were getting? Because it seemed like this team was embraced very well.
And honestly, not even to sound like too cocky or anything like that, like it should have been that way. You know what I'm saying? Just because of we had the best point guard in the country. We got one of the best bigs in the country. Our 2 guard, Cam Jones, was the most efficient, one of the best offensive players in the country the second half of the season. So I mean, like everything we do is like a domino. So like all of that shine we was getting, we should have gotten that. I mean, obviously we wanted to win, but at the end of the day, like, things happen. And it was honestly like that whole run we had in the Big East tournament without Tyler still making to the championship game. That was just a speak and a vision of reflection of our head coach and our program. You know what I'm saying? Like we never gonna stop. We keep going. We preaching that relationship growth and victory, and like we got to the championship without our best player, obviously, and
right.
We still put up a great fight, and we wanted to win, obviously, but once we got to March Madness, we ripped up that sheet. It's a whole new season, and we just kept going. We just kept pushing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Burner.
I was just gonna ask. Big summer, obviously coming up. How soon do you guys start? I know you mentioned the 2 freshmen. Like, nah, you'll be expected to play. So are we starting to work out? We get a little bit of time off. What that look like time wise?
So we got 3 freshmen that was able to play this year. Trey, Zayd, and Al. Then we got 1 freshman, Caden, who was redshirting. So now those 4 guys are looking to play next year. And they're expected to play, obviously. And they work started as soon as we got back. We got back Saturday. We was in the gym Monday. We've been in the gym all week.
Wow.
Yeah.
So okay, so school, that session, this I guess second semester is about to conclude. What does the summer period look like? Because when I went to school, I stayed in the summer and worked. I'm assuming at this level they staying and working too.
Yeah, that's definitely required. But we get I think like 2 weeks off. They get 2 weeks off to go home.
Okay.
Yep. Then come back. And then the incoming 2 freshmen that we have, they come I believe May 27th, and get them right working out, get them moved into the dorm, stuff like that. Get little ID stuff, just little freshman things that they got to go through before the school year starts. But yeah, after we back, we here in the summer, the whole summer.
Yeah. Do y'all let the upperclassmen stay off campus, or does it just depend?
So everyone is on campus. So the freshmen and sophomores, they stay in a dorm called the Humphrey dorm. It's kind of like limitations, like with guests and stuff like that. But the upperclassmen, juniors and seniors, they have no restrictions or anything like that. Like it's like apartments. Two bedroom apartments. So yeah.
Oh, that's nice. They living a dream up there.
Yeah,
they really are, man. They really are. They really are. And none of them got cars, but I think 3 players. Mostly everybody riding on motor bikes.
Oh yeah, they having a blast.
Yeah, they getting to the gym real quick.
Right.
Real quick.
Yeah. Y'all be running at Lake Michigan?
Man, the summer workouts for them. Yeah, they run the lake and they run them hills, and then they do this run, this buzz run. But personally, I run with Shaka to the lake from the Al McGuire a lot.
Okay.
Is in that 3 miles nonstop, I'll be ready to fall out.
Yeah. Do you still get on the court and show them a little bit? Got to demonstrate a little bit?
Nah, I ain't messing with them upperclassmen, but I'm them younger guys got to see me. So they the first time we played, I got them. They noticed I got that little bump, that shoulder. Oh, he's strong. And since then, they've been in that weight room. Now that bump don't look too easy. They taking it.
Right.
Yeah, man. Golly, I'm trying to think where we take this conversation from here. It's getting to it's so good so far. What kind of community outreach stuff do y'all do as far as a team goes in Milwaukee?
We honestly we do like a lot of stuff. Like we have a lady named Maddie that she is involved with most of that stuff. Even like some stuff like with like going to read to kids and like I think what we did we went to Juneteenth. We did a few things around Shaka's really big on like being in the community and stuff like that. Like I believe he believes in like you give what you get. So like, I mean, obviously we want them to come and support us. So like, we got to do our part, you know what I'm saying, to help out, help them out. So like, yeah, we've been doing a lot. Like it's amazing. The people see Marquette around for sure.
Yeah. I was going to ask, since you brought up Shaka, it seemed like the community really embraces him as well.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. He's an energetic guy. Like he's a extremely good motivator too. Like he believes in you more than you probably believe in yourself, and you won't believe in yourself until you just say, okay, this guy ain't crazy. Like I put the work in, like I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like he instilling that confidence in you before you even kind of believe it in yourself.
And he's a fairly young head coach. So Marquette be on the map for a while. I mean, what is he, 40, 45, 46, something like that?
Yeah. Running like he work out every day.
Yeah. He look in shape. He look in good shape and of good health.
Mm-hmm.
The sky's the limit for the Eagles. The right. Golden Eagles.
I was gonna ask you, Chris, what's next from you from here? Like, what are your plans as far as your future with either Marquette or just with basketball in general?
So in my position, I have another full year of this, and then hopefully, like obviously, like just being a kid from Milwaukee, like this is my dream place. Mm-hmm. Being here with the family. Growing up, they weren't really recruiting no inner city kids.
Right.
They weren't trying to get, what I'm saying? They weren't really trying to get the talent here. We seen that they had talent in Dwayne Wilson, Deontay Burton, the Jamils of the world and stuff like that. Like they had kids from here, but it kind of like fell off. Like, but he like it's a lot of talent around here now, and like he's locked into that community for sure, trying to get these kids. Like he wants the best of the best here.
Yeah.
And I think that's like really important.
Mm-hmm. And Milwaukee got some hoopers for real. It's never been a shortage of talent in Milwaukee at all. So
100%.
Yeah.
What's that 100%. Kid? What's that kid named Nicolay? I probably can't say, but I don't want them to think you trying to do nothing sneaky. But they got a kid at Nicolay.
No, yeah, I know the kid you talking about. I got a good friend that's on their coaching staff over there too.
Yeah, wow. He look good in that blue and gold.
Man,
He a player.
everybody in the city, anybody in the city will look good in that blue and gold to stay and have their family in that crowd.
Oh
Right.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, when I was at the Sweet 16 game y'all just played, it was like a Milwaukee reunion. I was actually surprised to see a lot of familiar faces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they tried.
They come. Hey, they travel. They travel well.
Right. That's what I was about to say. They traveled well this time around, so it was definitely an experience worthwhile. So let's get into it. You want to talk about the NBA, man?
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Are you ready to go there, Burner?
Always.
Yeah, OG.
All right. So where y'all want to start? Y'all want to start with the Bucks? Y'all want to start with where y'all want to start?
Might as well start with the Bucks.
That's what I say. Let's keep it at home, man. What is their issue? They have lost the last two games, man. Like, did they lose the Memphis the other night?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
I just think we don't have a good group of others, like Shaq like to say. Those other guys that getting keeping Middleton and Lillard and Giannis paying. You don't have those guys that can really like complement. Like if Lillard and Middleton go sit out, those other guys got to be able to step up a little bit, something. Like we just don't have it right now.
You don't think Beauchamp and you know what I'm saying? Like you don't think that they could be a good option as others? You don't think that's a Doc Rivers thing?
On the championship team, them guys ain't them little young guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't really think they're ready to like impact the playoff series versus Boston or Philadelphia with Embiid coming back. It's going to be tough. Like obviously in the playoffs, the rotation going to shrink, but without their superstars, they're going to look bad anyway. Without Lillard and Middleton or without Giannis, they ain't going to look the same no way.
Do you give any credence to Giannis' play style? Them having to tune him down a little bit. Do you give any credence to that? Like, because he'll just go, and sometimes it's a crutch for him being such a Superman.
This is the way he been playing since we won. You can't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That engine's still going.
Right. If it ain't broke,
he gonna have to tweak his game a little bit. Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna have to tweak his game a little bit anyway. Like once you're not gonna be able to just go dunk on everybody all the time. No way. So eventually he's gonna have to, get a little mid range or a post up for sure. But I'm not a critique of his game. Sometimes you'd be like, why is he doing that? But then sometimes most of the time it's like, oh, that's why he doing that.
Mm-hmm.
My knock on Giannis is that his feel hasn't developed. His talent, his physique, his strength, all that. He got a little pull up that's developed, but his actual feel for the game, it just hasn't developed. It's almost like, I don't want to be disrespectful and say low IQ, but it's almost like it ain't translating. Like it's a misfire because sometimes he'll Euro step when he don't need to. It's like his IQ ain't the highest in spurts.
Yeah, I think a better word for what you're saying is it's not like reflexive. It's not fluid. His game. I think that's a better word because he picks his shots well sometimes, but like you said, the awkwardness and just like you said, the Euro sets when he don't need to, the forcing shots, like it's just not as fluid. And I know what you mean because it took me a while to get there in the game. I would think something and then I couldn't execute it the same way. But once I got that feel for the game, it just like, okay, I could just react. It was like almost like a reflex. You know what I mean? And I think Giannis likes that. I think that's more a little bit better way to put it.
That'll work.
That'll work. Yeah.
That'll work. Because it's Giannis too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. At the same time, but I think right, wrong, or indifferent. We got Dame. When the game shrink like you talked about, give Dame the ball. We got a few possessions. That's exactly why we brought him in. a rebound or a block shot, Giannis can get that. I think we're gonna be just fine. I'm taking Bucks and 6 against anybody. I don't care who it is.
Yeah,
Bucks and 6.
yeah. I believe the same thing. And once it's that playoff time, Pat Bev, that voice in that locker room, Bobby Portis, it's gonna be a whole nother ball game. Just keep getting Middleton those reps because he's been missing a lot. Like let him keep getting his feet wet.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't let us run up against Miami. We run up against Miami, we might as well book it.
Man, they got our number, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
They got Giannis' number. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Eric Spoelstra know what to do.
Yep. He had like that LeBron prototype. He know exactly what to do.
Man, it's so frustrating. Hopefully Lillard can help us get over that hump.
Yeah, listen. If you beat and I like it too. We ain't number one. We ain't on a 50-game win streak. So we kind of under the radar. People got some questions about the Bucks. And I think that's good when you talk about the others and the role players because anything they do, they're going to be kind of like they're going to be like exceeding over expectation. There ain't no huge pressure. We didn't win it last year, so it ain't like back to back. So now once everything levels out, they'll be able to play their roles. I think they'll play at a high level too.
That's true. That's right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where Dame fits in the mix. He's been out quite a bit since we acquired him, but like he didn't play against Memphis the other night. That's when we took that 10-point loss. But yeah, man, we're gonna have to figure something out. But I'm with y'all. Like I said, if our team is in full health and everybody's playing their roles, I think, like I said, I'm going Bucks and 6 too. But it just gets a little scary, like you said, when we missing our superstars. It's like, where are we gonna get that extra help from?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I know everybody who listens to Unlabeled we who's we they be hating on me because they don't think I'm a Bucks fan. Nah, I'm like, fam, I was raised in Milwaukee, so I'm always gonna be a Bucks fan.
Right. We remember when our center was Dan Gazarich.
Right. y'all Joe Prisbilia and Ewan, y'all didn't have to live through all that.
Right. Armand Gilliam.
Right. Yeah, this ain't no bandwagon hopper, but I do love my Lakers. Now let's get to it where you talking about the GOAT, man. What puts LeBron over Jordan to you? I know we spoke about it briefly earlier, but I want to really get into it now because you're younger than us, so I want to know what puts him in that position for you. And you do this at a high level, so this ain't just some dad talking, getting up off the couch.
Yeah, man. When it comes to just like the best basketball player that like ever touched the ball, like he might can pass the assist if he keep playing. Like he already the leading scorer. He in the 40,000s. He can catch that assist number too, and might not the rebound. I don't think he can catch the rebound, but like he just been doing it for so long at like the highest level. Like he had that little devil on his shoulder as soon as he got in the league, and just knocked it right on out. Mm-hmm. He been living up to the expectations this whole time, and it's just like, wow, we never heard him getting in trouble. And this is the era of social media. We ain't never heard nothing bad about LeBron, on or off the court. The only thing bad about LeBron is him crying to the ref.
Right.
That's the only thing.
Is that bad though when you 6'8", 280 and you getting hacked every rip? Shaq did it.
It's not bad.
Shaq went to what's our guy name that passed away, the old commissioner? David Stern. Shaq went to David Stern crying about fouls. He went straight to the commissioner. David Stern said, "You complain to me about fouls." He said, "I got how many teams was in the league?" He said, "I got that many teams calling me complaining about you." That's what he said. So like we know sports is about deception and selling stuff and stuff. So LeBron is a big dude, man. Like it don't look like I'm a big dude. When I get fouled, it don't look like it affected me that much. So when LeBron get fouled, this is one of the greatest basketball players we ever seen. You gotta sell it. You know what I mean? So I don't knock him. I don't knock him for crying to the refs. He just called a ref a BAN the other night.
Yeah, he definitely did call a foul. BAN. I said, ooh.
Yeah, he earned that.
Yeah, he definitely earned that one.
He did. He did. But nowadays, these refs just getting softer and softer, just ejecting people, getting texts.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's hard to even watch for real sometimes until the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. I thought it was just me because I took like the play-in made this before the All-Star break. It made it super interesting. Typically, I don't really watch until like I don't really be locked in, I should say, to the NBA until after All-Star break, because to me that's like when teams start playing, they going on the playoff run. Like Phoenix playing out of their mind right now. Phoenix is trying their best not to let the Lakers catch them, so they are hooping right now. They are hooping right now. This is where you're gonna see the best basketball come about. You know what I mean? I hate that Julius Randle just got hurt and now he out for the season.
Man,
you know what I mean? Like, I like to see good basketball. I like to see the superstars be superstars and play like Joe Embiid. I'm glad he back, so now I'm be locked into those Philly games. But yeah, it's this is the time where I typically lock in. It's after the All-Star break. I will check stats, watch half a game here and there, or catch the second half of the games when I can, because I got a busy life. But like you said, this is the best time to be watching basketball right about now.
Hey,
and your Lakers just won 8 out of 9 games too, so they rolling.
Man, that's
rolling.
That's trade deadline D-Lo. He the MJ of this.
You know what I would say though too, what I think is missed a lot of times. We just in love with LeBron though. He mentioned it. He a cool guy. He fresh. He always fresh. He rapping the songs on Instagram. We almost like we grew up with LeBron and we know LeBron, right? Jordan, it was a different area. It was a mystique. You didn't talk about grown folks' business. They ain't talk about their business, and then, I don't like how he get all the smoke for certain stuff, because the reality of it is, man, no one person does everything the best. Nobody. I mean, Steph Curry may shoot the best, but he ain't got the best handle. He ain't got the best D.
Right.
Right. So, but like you said, the LeBron does everything at such a high clip, and he has done it for so long. Like, wow, coming in as a rookie with all that expectation, greatness, or what was it, witness? Like, come on.
Yeah, witness.
But I'm a Kobe guy, so I can't say it's hard for me to call him the GOAT, because Kobe my all-time favorite. If Kobe won a BAN towards Shaq, if he won a BAN, towards Shaq, if Colorado wouldn't have happened, it may not have, we may call Kobe the GOAT, but that's here nor there. But I think we need to appreciate LeBron, but you know how haters and hoopers are.
Yeah. It's gonna be different when he's gone.
Oh yeah,
right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So this is one thing I like to give to I'm gonna use a hip hop analogy, right? For the longest, I mean, Biggie, Tupac, they was 26, 25, 26, between 25 and 27 when they passed away. They died in like the late 90s, right? People for the longest would not say Jay-Z was the GOAT. It wasn't until about 2013, 2014 where it was like a general consensus that Jay-Z was the GOAT. I mean, this is almost 20 years after Pac and Biggie had died. You know what I mean? And I think LeBron is suffering from some of that same stuff. They got him fighting ghosts. Like he's still in Magic, Bird, and Jordan's shadow. And I mean, he's eclipsed them. Jay-Z has eclipsed them. Like, Jay-Z ain't got the best albums out in the world, but like, there's no way you can listen to his catalog or listen to features and just understand the difference in what he does on the microphone, putting together double entendres. I didn't even know what a double entendre was until he came about. You know what I mean? But putting together his music and his rhymes and his flows and all that stuff the way he does. Nobody was doing that. LeBron is that right now. LeBron is putting all this stuff together that we never seen before. Like, he's a little bit of Bird, he's a little bit of Magic, he's a little bit of Jordan. He's gotten that Kobe instinct of where I'm coming for you, even as his talent level has come down. You know what I mean? And I think, like you said, and eventually people are gonna start saying like, oh no, this is one of the best to do it. Even the haters. It's just, I don't even understand how you can watch him play and just don't want him to succeed or just acknowledge how good he is. There's people still that try to act like, oh, he only had 24 points. Like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and Lamar, what you like to say all the time? Comparison is a thief of joy.
Facts.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Y'all got him fighting ghosts, fam. Like he's phenomenal. And like I said, I'm trying to appreciate him while he got what he got, while he's performing at this clip right now. So that's the end of my LeBron rant. I'll get off my soapbox on that one.
King.
Let me ask you, Chris, as a coach, I know you, because we've seen in the recent years with the Ja Morant, right? Luckily he's turned this around. Like how would you handle that situation?
Like if I was his coach,
or if you was just on the staff, anything around him, how would you have handled it?
It's kind of like you just once he did it, it's kind of like you gotta support him. You know what I'm saying? Just give him that love and like just see where, because he's an inner city kid. Like he got a lot of money. He young. He got friends that's in those streets. Like he got to be around examples that won't get him in trouble, won't even look to get money from him. You know, and that's hard to say. But really, I probably would, like, if once it happened, I probably would have just tried to like stay around him as much as I can. If I'm not, like, me being me, I would probably like try to be around him more just to kind of get an understanding of him. Because who knows, that organization, like some of them probably don't really know the real Ja Morant. They just know he's great. He's great. Like, you know, you got to really know and understand like what these kids really enjoy doing on their free time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all giving these people millions and millions of dollars. Like, I know y'all do background checks, stuff like that, but like, it's a whole nother day. Like, you don't know what people hiding.
Right.
Like, you don't know what people getting into once they made it.
How much blame would you put on T Morant? Because you see a lot of people blaming his dad, saying, man, you supposed to be guiding him. How much blame do you think he deserved?
Man, he paying his dad bills.
Yep.
If I'm his daddy, son, you can't be doing that. But I'm gonna make sure you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like he's in his corner. So it's like either you as a dad, you should be able to tell your son, like, this ain't right. Or like you shouldn't be doing this. But he out partying with his son. Like he out with his son at every away game. Like that's his agent. It's just a little bit of blame. Like probably his dad was probably one of the ones that probably helped him get back on the right track. Just because he obviously like he loved and respected his dad. Like his dad was the one who really got him to this point, like playing as well as he is, the player that he is today. But maybe a little blame. Obviously, like that's your dad. Like he's my dad type. That he should get a lot of blame. But like at the end of the day, he gonna do what he want to do.
Right. And I tell people, I had a debate all the time. I say, man, some people may not make $100 million in a lifetime. These dudes get it all at once. So what you think is crazy is kind of regular for them.
like not even trying to get off topic, but y'all see what's going on with Diddy? It's all of these rich, famous people think they can't be touched. Like they just blind. Like nobody can touch them. You know what I'm saying? Like some more stuff is gonna be like surprising us coming out in the world. Like, yep. I mean, at the end of the day, like we wanna, like people wanna have the money that they have or be like those, you know, celebrities, but it's a lot that come with it.
Hey. Whew. Yeah, that's heavy.
Yeah, I'm just glad I got money as an adult, because when I think back on some of the dumb shit I did when I was in my 20s, man, I was thinking I was invincible and all that type of stuff. It would have been hard to talk some sense into me. I wasn't very, very malleable at a young age. I should say that. I had to hit my head.
That's around his age right now. He ain't even in his 30s. He's still young 20s.
Right. I had to hit my head a couple times and be like, okay, all right, slow down. Life had to sit me down a few times, but you know what I mean? So it definitely be a tough situation. You know what I mean? Oof. Yeah.
All the models on IG and TikTok.
Yeah.
Everything is a DM away. That's crazy.
Yeah. Ooh, I can imagine
if a DM and a video, a photo away from being.
Yeah, I can't imagine if we
going viral.
If we'd had Instagram when we was in our 20s, Lamar would be. boy, we wouldn't be here on Unlabeled right now. I can tell you that much. Would not be here on Unlabeled. man.
Be living on a schedule.
Yeah.
Say that.
Man,
hey, I'm glad that ain't the case.
Right. Hey, Chris, listen, man, it's been an amazing journey watching you grow up and become the young man that you are right now, man. Like y'all don't understand. I used to babysit this dude, like. When I was a teenager, he used to be running through my house. I ain't never changed his diapers, but he would, hey, can I get some snacks? Can I eat one of them?
Yeah.
Him and his sister, man. So it's been an amazing journey watching him. Like when I remember when he told me he was one semester away from getting his master's, man. I just looked at him and just in amazement and was just shaking my head like, bruh, like I cannot believe this. Like this, like, y'all don't understand. I still look and feel young, as y'all can see, like, but this is a grown man in front of me, like I used to sit up and just watch, man. So, but listen, cause I really do respect you as a man and appreciate and like love watching this journey with you growing to who you are. And I know you got a long way to go. You just getting started. You know what I mean? You ain't even got a family yet. So that's going to be the next chapter, me watching you raise a family. That's going to be an amazing, beautiful thing to witness. But I couldn't be more proud of you, just to let you know, man. Congratulations on an amazing season with Marquette.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like an amazing season. I know you're making Milwaukee proud, like all those kids, man. And if anything else you got to say to the people, man, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Man, I just appreciate, you guys allowing me to come, speak a little gems, a little Jap is what they say. But really, it's just humbling and exciting just to be a inner city kid on Marquette's men's basketball coaching staff. Like, just let that sink in. Like this is rare.
This is
so rare. It's like. It's just one of those moments like you walk into the office every day like, wow, Marquette. Like this is crazy. Yeah. But man, it's just a blessing. And me, I'm a family person, so like I always just wanted to make my family, my mom, family proud. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted her to see me having, a phone call like, oh, I'm in jail. Anything like that. Like, I never wanted that, that to happen. So I just always wanted to lead by example and make her proud as much as I can.
Man, listen, I can speak for everybody in our family that you 100% made us all proud. Like, and you and it's dope because you ain't never did that. Like, I ain't never heard, man, your cousin got like what? Like, no, man, your cousin over in Italy, your cousin over here. Like, hey, go see your cousin in Houston. He got a game down there. They got a scrimmage down there. You know what I mean? It was always that. It was never no BS about, oh, he done did this, or guess what Chris did and all this type of stuff. Like I said, coming from the inner city where we come from, I know it's hard to explain because y'all see us now like on YouTube and nice cameras, all that type of stuff. It's hard to explain. Like, but it's been a long journey. Like, you know what I mean, for our family and everything. And Chris, like I said, you've been representing, man. So I just wanted to give you your flowers, man. Thank you again for showing up and doing this interview with us. And like I said, man, I like the sky's the limit from here for you because I can't wait to see you on an NBA coaching staff.
Man, listen, I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all for sure. Just know when I'm back down there, y'all got to pop up to the next game.
Oh yeah, for sure. And listen,
hopefully we playing at Texas. I mean, Texas just came here and played this year. We played them here, so I don't know how that works if we'll go there next year or anything like that. But if we do, I got 2 tickets waiting.
Okay, I'll definitely be there. Listen, and you owe me too because we never battled, so you owe me.
Hey, listen. I'm in shape now.
All right, listen. Don't worry. I've been working on my summer body. You can't see it under this hoodie, but I've been working on it. So
hey, I need you to play on my teams up here. Yeah. I be playing in this thing called All County. I won 2 out of the last 3. The last year was 15,000. They boosted it up to 20,000 this year. So I got it. Yeah, so I got to get active. You know what I'm saying? This for the money. So I be locked in the summer.
Hey, Bernie in shape. He been hooping every week. So like he in shape. Go in there.
I'm not all county in shape, but I'm new.
I'm sure y'all seen. Yeah, he said I'm noon, boy. Check up noon.
That is
hysterical. 1st to 7.
Yep.
1st to 7. All right, though, y'all wild. Man, but listen. Hey, listen, if y'all like what we did here today, this is gonna be a continuing thing. Like I said, this is the very first inaugural episode of Unlabeled Sports, man. But we're gonna be back. We're gonna be back with more and more guests. And hopefully we can grow this thing into something special, man. Because I know a lot of y'all like our sports take on Unlabeled. So yeah, I had to bring the brother Lamar aboard, man. So listen to this. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and we'll see y'all next week through another episode of Unlabeled Sports. Peace.
Peace.